Hello, everybody. Welcome to SKIM. I'm Scott.
And I'm Kim.
And together, we make up SKIM. I'm the S, you're the Kim. Hey, what's going on? It's me and my wife. It's Scott. It's Kim. We're all here. Hey, what's up? Nobody can sleep in our house. Why is that? What's going on?
Not until about when the alarm goes off. And then you're just like, I'm so tired right now. I could sleep forever.
You know what was really disconcerting, though, this morning?
What?
I was so bleary-eyed and tired because we have not been sleeping great. I think it's the weather. I don't know.
Storms keep blowing in and it's just high pressure.
High pressure, and I get headaches, and I don't know, it's just stupid. Whatever. It is what it is. A few times a year, we can live with it. But I wake up this morning, I'm all bleary-eyed and go in the bathroom, and what do you think I see in the mirror?
I don't know.
A nakedness guy. This mole on my head, this one that shows up so much.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody see it? It's a mole.
Only when you wear your cap like that. Look at the one that shows up so much.
I woke up and it had a big giant blood blob on it.
What?
I don't know what I did. I scratched it or cut it or something. It bled. Yeah. It's
I
gross.
didn't even know about that.
I didn't tell you because I didn't want to make your morning even more eventful than it was. You guys don't know this because I'm still kind of tasting it here, but Kim made chili dogs today for lunch.
I like the empty bowl.
Oh, it was so good,
smeared
honey.
with chili.
And if I had some kind of bread, I would have wiped that clean.
Keep in mind, everyone, it wasn't that unhealthy. I did cover it in peppers and onions.
Oh, yeah. It had like vegetables in it.
Yeah.
And so chili, a couple of hot dogs, and then all this like grilled veggies. And it was great. I feel better today
you like it.
now that I've had that. Maybe this won't bleed anymore. I don't know. I think I nicked it is what I did. Just accidental
You need to
nick.
just be careful, sir.
Yeah. Got to watch out. Got to watch for your head business.
So we were talking in the chat about, everyone's talking about glasses, or a few people were talking about glasses, just a few people. And someone said, I need glasses, but I'm too stubborn, but I got to go to the doctor.
What do you mean stubborn? Like you don't want to do it?
They don't want to go to the doctor. I can tell you I don't know if you are in a place where a Costco is, or a Walmart even, or a Target, I think. No, maybe not. A lot of them will do a prescription right there.
That's true.
And it's not like you have to go to an ophthalmologist appointment at a doctor's office and all that stuff. You can a lot of times get your prescription done right there.
Costco will do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Costco's great because here's why. You go in, they say, oh, you're here for the eye thing? That'll be 10 minutes. No problem. You walk over and look at the TVs for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but what if you can't see them?
Well, good point. But then
I have no idea what's on this TV. Oh, wait, now I have glasses. Now I can see everything.
So wait, do they dilate you and everything?
I don't think they do dilation. I think that's usually ophthalmologist.
Okay.
They might. I don't know. I haven't done one there.
I guess the dilation is not, that's for
eye doctor.
checking your eyes for stuff, not prescription.
We do have an eye doctor, but one of our listeners works there, and so it's really fun to go see her. Yeah.
Yeah. No, exactly.
But if you are a little more timid about going and getting a prescription, a lot of the places you get glasses will give you one, and it's super fast, super easy. What? Sorry,
I just noticed that Luke hasn't seen your tattoo before, and it's showing up on camera, and he says, "Are those the fruit from Pac-Man?" Because in Pac-Man, there's a different fruit for every level. This is her jambalaya recipe.
This is my jambalaya recipe.
Although I wouldn't mind seeing Pac-Man eat them all, but
yeah, that would be kind of fun. Actually,
it's everything on there from chicken, tomatoes, garlic,
celery,
sausage,
onion,
all that.
sausage. Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. So the idea is when the
That's
apocalypse
actually funny
comes,
to put a Pac-Man at the top of it, though.
When the apocalypse comes and the survivors find her corpse, they will peel her arm skin off and mount it on a wall, and they will base their entire food plan will be based on her arm tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that the idea?
Well, I mean, whatever you need. Sometimes you're at the store and you're just feeling frantic and you're like, wait, what was in that recipe?
Have you done that? Have you actually looked? You have?
I have. To make sure I didn't forget anything because my brain was just like in a million different places and I was busy.
Do you remember what it was you forgot?
I think it was the green onions.
Oh, well, that'll happen. Those are easy to...
Because the onions is for two things. It's white onions and green onions.
Oh, there are two.
I
didn't know that.
There aren't two on there, but it reminded me.
Well, all right then.
There you go.
Yeah, good to have a tattoo. Like if you're, I don't know, whoever you are, if you have a thing you make a lot, I think Kim makes a ton of jambalaya. Not a bad idea. Yeah. Put it on your body.
And Luke, don't feel bad. I should put a Pac-Man at the top of it to eat them all.
Oh, there's still time.
There is still time. I still have a little room at the top right before my elbow.
Can I draw it? I'll draw your little Pac-Man.
You can do that.
Okay. That way it'll be... Namco won't come after us and sue us for use of their IP. All right. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. Quick update of my mom. she's doing okay. We were there the other day. We took Van over there. She loved that.
Took her some flowers. He got to pick them out.
Yeah. Pink, I think.
She wanted pink flowers.
And John was grumpy. That's fine. Actually, it was all right that trip.
It was fine.
You could tell he was holding back though with the nurses and stuff. Anyway, so we checked on her. She's doing all right. Pretty. To me, she seemed like she had more. I don't know, like motor control and some of that.
A little more, yeah. She's still got little spasms.
Yeah, like I think the medication's
sometimes
making
when
her a
she's
little
eating,
jerky.
she'll be like, "Did you see my fork?" Try to jump out of my hand.
She'll be eating and she'll be kind of relatively steady. She's already a little shaky, but she's sort of steady, and then suddenly her hand will just go.
Yeah.
And it's
I think she's
meds.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
Anyway, she's good though. So for those who ask, thank you again for all your concern. It's going as good as it probably could be expected to go. She's still doing physical therapy. I don't know what the guess is on the time frame now. Do you?
I don't. It changes because
They haven't updated it.
It's just hard to know because she has to hit certain milestones to get to go home.
Yeah.
And we don't know when that's going to be.
No. Here's my guess.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah. Probably a couple months.
She's having a hard time. She hasn't gotten out of her bed by herself yet.
She does it
that
with help.
says something.
And it usually takes like 4 of those girls.
Yeah. And she's got a steel
there are no
post
dudes
from her.
there? Where are the dudes?
I've seen the dudes. There's a guy that is the physical therapist.
He's
I've
a
met
dude?
him a couple times.
Okay. Is he? I guess he's good with her.
Yeah. Great.
He's the kind of guy. That's the kind of job you have where you need to be good with.
Yes.
The aged.
So she has a steel rod between her hip and her knee. So it's really hard to, at her age, get moving.
Yeah. And also just get motivated to get moving.
When she goes to physical therapy, they literally have to help her out of the chair to stand up to hold the 2 rods where you can stand up between them and you walk.
Yeah.
I don't think she's walking yet, but she did stand up and she was standing there on her own holding the side. So that's
If
something.
I ever fall and break my hip, you can just go ahead and let me.
Just leave you there.
Yeah. I don't want to,
Oh,
I hate help. I hate it.
I know.
So I'm like my dad, and this is unfortunate because my dad went early in the way he wanted to.
Yeah.
But he always said, I don't want to die slowly in a bed of cancer or something. I just want to get taken quick. And that's what happened. He had a massive heart failure at the age of 63 is all.
Yep.
Poof, gone, done. And it's exactly what he wanted. And it's true. Had he been like, quote unquote, a burden on somebody late in his life, he would have hated it.
Yeah.
And I picked up a lot of that. And I don't like help. So I'm a little worried about
Scott
this.
has a hard time getting help when we move or do yard work. He doesn't even like to help me when we do yard work.
That's not true. I knew you were going to slip that in. That's not true at all. Well, I don't like it. Hey. I hate yard work, but that's not you that I don't like helping.
But who's going to do it then?
Someone's got to do it.
We don't have anyone else to do it.
Those HOA people should do everyone's based on what you pay. But anyway, I don't know what the circumstances will be around my demise. But I either want long life, fall asleep, die.
Yeah.
On the couch.
I would prefer that
during a football game. That'd be great.
During a football
or whatever. Team, the Browns are playing the Chiefs. And the Browns are winning, hopefully. That'd be great. And then that or sudden, like just
super
take me out.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be traumatic for you guys, but I would like to
that
just
would be kind of traumatic either way.
Yeah. And then
it's going to be.
And it's easy to think about mortality when your mom's going through this. So I've been thinking about this stuff.
I get that.
Now, if you need me, it's not a problem. This doesn't bother me at all. Like if Kim was like, infirmed or whatever, and I had to, I'm dawdling around John style trying to take care of you or whatever, I would do that. Not a problem. Why does that not bother me at all? But it would really bug me if you had to do that for me.
I don't know. I think everyone has a hard time with being taken care of. Well, most people.
Yeah, man.
And in that situation, it's just such a slow go every day, day in, day out. I don't feel like she thinks she's making much progress, but from the day she got there to now, lot of progress.
Oh yeah. She probably can't. Yeah, you're right. She can't. Yeah. She can't gauge it.
She's having a hard time with that part.
Yeah, but we can see it. So that's good, I guess. Don't you struggle when Kim is away, Scott? Yeah. When she walks out of town or goes out of town and
fart death in bed. Nice.
I mostly just miss having her around. The great fart death in bed. Who said that? Who is that? Oh, Sean. Thanks, Sean. I mean, who knows? The nice thing is that when you're dead, you're dead. And everyone else has to clean up the mess. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
did you hear about that plane ride where that couple had to fly all the way home or all the way to their destination for 4 hours left of the flight with a deceased woman next to them?
Oh my God.
And they knew she had died. She didn't die in her seat. She died falling out of the bathroom.
And they had to put her up in the seat to someone?
It was the only blank seat they had.
And they had to buckle her in?
She was a larger lady, so they kind of couldn't do much. But she just kind of laid there next to these people for 4 hours. You got to sit there going, this person next to me is not living.
I could compartmentalize something like that. I think you'd have a harder time with that.
I
can compartmentalize pretty well. I would just be like, okay, it's just 4 hours. You got this.
I'd go through stages. Stage one,
stages of
horrification. Like, my gosh, what are we doing? This is terrible.
Stages of grief. These are Scott's stages.
Scott's stages of sitting next to a dead person. Stage two, get bored, pull out a Sharpie and draw on their face.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're not going to know.
You would not.
Sure.
They're going to get off the plane and arrest you for that.
Hi.
That's graffiti.
I'm not really here. It's graffiti. Is it at that point? Defacing public surfaces?
Probably.
Yeah, but that would be, I don't know what they did for those people. They should pay them or pay for the flight or something. Like,
I do think they should get some compensation. Yes.
Something. What's the word? You chaperoned a dead corpse.
Against your will.
You got no choice. They didn't even ask.
They didn't. I'm sure they didn't go. It's not like the what's it? The row with the door. What's that called?
Oh, the exit.
The exit row. They have to ask you. You have to say yes out loud.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm willing to sit in this row and take care of things. They didn't ask them that.
No. Are you willing to sit next to a dead person for 4 hours? Like, who's raising their hand to that?
No one's going to be like, she can sit in the middle.
That's insanity, man. Well, anyway, that's neither here nor there. But we did get, yesterday was great because I had a very busy day, but in between things, two of the littles were here, Van and Phoebes.
Yeah.
And Phoebe and Van and Kim were doing fun like
St. Patrick's Day
stuff. They made green grits. Where did I put the bowl? I took it out. Grits. She made green grits that I thought were eggs, by the way.
Oh.
So when I ate them, I went, because green eggs and ham and all that.
Yeah.
So I was eating it going, these don't taste.
These were green grits and bacon.
Did the green ruin these eggs? But it still tasted good, and I could not put two and two together and realize they were grits.
Oh my goodness,
your grits.
That's funny.
But that was a little weird. But it was, for the holiday, and it's all Van could talk about. He kept talking about. I think we brought this up on some other show, maybe Monday show, but he kept saying there's something to me about how there's only one St. Patrick's Day a year, and he says it's because leprechauns are too messy.
Yeah.
They're so messy.
They've been talking about it at school, and someone mentioned that the leprechaun had peed green in their toilet, one of the kids at school, and so he's really stuck on that one.
Yeah, he really, when you're a kid and certain things happen or get said and you just glom onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing that about leprechauns.
I think I figured out why I'm so enamored with big, open, desolate, almost otherworldly vistas like
sand dunes,
like
and things.
Sand dunes, deserts, but in particular the salt flats. And I think I figured it out. It's because my dad used to take me out there when he'd do his races when I was very little, and that thing imprinted on me.
Oh yeah, that was your happy time.
Oh my gosh! Now I see anything like that, I just go, I want to go there.
I want to go there.
It's not even very hospitable.
You need to go out to the salt. You just pulled.
I unplugged your headphones. Oh. Apologies. One moment, please. That actually
technical
hurt.
Difficulties.
There we go. We're back.
We should go out to the salt flats this summer, though.
What, you want to go out there and get some pictures?
Yeah,
or
just
something,
see. Just go. Chill? I've never been out.
Have we not?
No.
Who'd I go there with?
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
For that wedding.
For the wedding.
And Taylor's been there lots of times for photo shoots. Carter and Nick have been out there, I think, for a photo shoot also. I've been to Saltaire for a couple of concerts.
Even Hollywood goes there for photo shoots.
I know.
Night Rider.
Why have I not been?
The Night Rider intros, the Salt
We'll
Flats.
go to the Salt Flats and then just go stay in Wendover just for fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Gamble a little. Close. Lots of old people with big rings and makeup going schling, schling. You know what I mean? It is very flat, Douglas, and that's the point. It's flat, white, like
super
salt.
white. You can't. It's just a salt bed.
It's a salt bed. It's ancient. We're talking millions of years old salt bed. It's very, very prehistoric. And the mountains are the way it's surrounded. That's why I see a lot of movies will use it as a backdrop, like a lot of science fiction films and stuff. trying to think of something recent. I mean, the Knight Rider intro I always think of just because it was iconic when I was a kid, but like there's lots of examples. They use it as a backdrop whenever you need like another planet or something weird like that.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. So is it hot on the flats, cold, windy? No. I mean, it depends on it's whatever whatever the temperature in the city is.
It's in Salt Lake technically still.
Yeah.
Or it's in Utah.
I mean, it's outside of the city by, it'd take you about 45 minutes.
Luke's asking, can we go back to the thing where Kim said it about sitting on the plane? The plane people ask you if you want to sit somewhere and take care of things. I've never flown on a plane. Do they put you to work?
They always do this.
No, if you sit in the emergency row.
He's never been on a plane, period.
Yes. If you sit in the emergency row, there's 2 rows, and they look at you and they say, are you willing to sit on this row? Because if there's any problems with the plane, you have to be willing to help other people. And only on this row, or 2 rows, you have to say yes, and you have to be over 18 to sit there. Just in case there's a problem. I've never had a problem on a plane. I know a lot of people have.
Well, not a lot of people. It's the minority of people.
It's the minority of people, but you have to be willing to if an emergency happens.
And able to.
They don't really put you to work.
It's not so much willing. It's willing and able.
Yes.
If you have some disability or something that
they
stops
won't let
you
you
from
sit
that,
on
they won't
that.
let you sit there. Mm-hmm. I like that seat because I get more legroom.
You get more legroom. That's why Scott likes it.
Otherwise, every airplane I'm in sucks because my legs are too long. It freaking sucks.
So hopefully that helps you see it in your head a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes
but they don't really put you to work.
Isn't there sometimes a deal on that seat? Or like
I don't know.
Or maybe you pay more if you want it. I can't remember. There's something where you can pay up.
No, usually sometimes you're in the comfort section, and so it is more expensive to sit there with more legroom.
Yeah.
But not every plane it works that way.
Well, all I know is my legs have never been. It's when I was 18, my legs were
sky friendly.
When I was 18, my legs were as long as they were going to get. Okay.
Yeah.
I am telling you, I had more legroom back then.
Oh yeah.
And
they've
over the years,
crammed more seats in there.
More, to the point where I am literally like.
It's like he has to like sit with his legs out a little bit, and that's only hard because you like the aisle seat.
That's why I like the aisle seat.
But then you get bumped by the cart a lot.
The cart comes and whacks my knee.
Ah.
So yeah, it sucks. Being tall sucks. But I've always had this thing about you never see tall old guys.
I don't know if
I was wrong.
True.
No, I was wrong. It isn't true. There are plenty of tall old guys.
Yeah.
I was looking at the guy that played on Gunsmoke for all those 20-something years. I forgot his name.
How tall was he?
6'7".
Oh, yeah.
He lived to 88.
There you go.
That's plenty.
Zoe says B5'2".
Zoe, I love how short Zoe is. I love how short Zoe is because when I see Zoe, it reminds me of how tall I am. Mm-hmm. And it makes me both happy to just see the difference. Yeah. And also I feel like a total lerp when I see her. So when I see you in Vegas in a month and a half, I'll, is that all we have? 40 days, by the way. 47 days. 45 days? 44 days?
Something like that.
Anyway. Yeah, 5'2", that's like my Korean brother. I should just say my brother.
You should just say your brother.
But it wouldn't make sense that my genetic brother would be so short compared to me. Because my brother Mark's like 6'2".
Yeah.
I'm a little taller than him.
That's the only brother you have.
No, I know. But my uncle, I was thinking of other relatives.
I was like, that's the only...
My Uncle Jack was tall. He was so tall that his nose hairs were also about an inch longer than most people's. And ear hairs. Boy, that guy could really bush it out. Just like... I watch it really carefully because I don't want to be like Uncle Jack. Don't be like Uncle Jack and have huge tufts of hair sticking out of your hair. Yeah, Ramona's good. Oh, you want to see a cute picture, everybody?
Oh my gosh!
Here, I'll send this. Kim can look at it too. There you go. This is Ramona, and I think kind of counts as her first real snowstorm as a kid who might notice snow.
Old enough, yes, old enough to notice it. Because last year she saw some snow, but she was a baby.
But isn't that cute? Look at her. Look at all that snow outside.
Your brother was like, is there foil on the windows? And I see it now, what he thought. And then he realized it was snow all over the tree.
Yeah, but he's also... You know what? I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
That like foil.
He was like, why is there foil? And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's funny.
It's like, that's snow, man.
That is snow on the branches outside.
Yeah, but look how cute she is.
She's so cute.
Her little button head and her no hair.
She's getting a little bit of hair.
A little bit of red hair. She's a little ginger.
Yeah.
Working on it. Did we talk about the green grits? We did.
Yes.
Why do you think we're sleeping poorly? What do you think it is?
I think you're right. It's this weird storm. It's a lot of stress going on. We're trying to get everything ready for TMS Vegas, which is a lot of work because
It's a little hectic.
I'm in charge of the swag bags this year, and I just want to make sure everything gets here early enough and I get all the parts and pieces put together.
You know what stresses me out too?
What? When I'm stressed out?
Too many people are being affected by the current political
Yes.
climate in other countries, and they're having a lot of them have canceled their plans to
Yeah.
come, and it makes me sad, especially some
I know.
Canadian listeners who
I understand it.
Oh,
but
I get it.
my gosh. It's
after hearing what they
ridiculous.
did to that German tourist, I'm just like, dude, I get it. It's just really makes
But
me
it's sad not
It
to
makes
see
me,
everybody
bums
too.
me out
It's kind
so
of like
hard.
our very favorite family reunion.
Yeah.
It really is.
And when someone can't come because of some dumb thing out of our control, it just
Yeah.
feels bad. So
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Here we go.
Pisses me off. But
So
a lot
we're-
of them on that point though, a lot of them are. We're going to see Claire and Zoe and
Yeah.
a few other foreigners
Yep.
on foreign soil.
So
Yeah.
speaking of sleep, though, I think it's that on top of I've been doing taxes, which is not a fun
Taxes
feat
suck
for
man.
me. There's just a lot of
That's funny you bring that up.
moving
I wrote
parts.
taxes in here.
Did you really?
Because
I haven't
you're
seen your show notes.
Because you're in the midst. Of
I'm in
getting
the
tax
midst
stuff.
of it. It's just a lot more than just turn in your W-9. Nope, we don't have that. We
Yeah.
have a lot more going on.
By the way, I found out which two didn't send you a thing.
Who?
2, right?
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the third
I
one?
don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
2 of them didn't meet the threshold.
So,
But it doesn't
what
give
does
me
that
account
mean?
numbers either, so I'm still working on it. But taxes suck, dude. It's just a big rigmarole. You're going back and forth.
I want to be one of those countries that are just send you a bill at the end of the year. Here's what you owe. Okay, no problem. Here's the check.
Americans will never do it, though. We're too skeptical. We'll just be like,
We want this much work?
we want details. And then we want ways around stuff. And then we want...
Well, that's what's killing me. I'm watching these things where, like, if you do it this way, you'll pay 0 tax. I'm like, what? Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's annoying. I don't like, you know what? F taxes. F them. Somebody asked me yesterday why I never use the actual F word, but I say F them or freaking or F
I feel like that's a little more you. It's just you.
It's just who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't like, I told Carter this, there's certain words I think I've always, as a kid, all the way till now, still feel like they're kind of derogatory. If they're derogatory at all, it's in the direction of women, and I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
So like, F you, I don't know. That word is,
It's just,
you know what it means.
Yeah.
The other is the C word.
yeah.
I'm counting like this. And then what was the other one? Oh, I don't like the bitch word much.
Yeah.
It needs, if the right context presents itself, I can do it. But I just, why are they all, none of these are like anti-dude. In their origin, I mean.
I mean, when I flip a guy off driving, it's specifically to him.
Well, it's anti, yeah. Oh, I heard somebody say yesterday, was it yesterday? Somebody said, always flip off Teslas as if Elon Musk is driving that particular Tesla. Which I thought was kind of funny.
That is kind of funny. How do you feel if you're driving it, though, and everyone's flipping you off, and you're like, look, I spent a lot of money on this. I didn't know. And it's my car now.
Yeah, some people don't know, but some people do.
Well, I mean, they do know now,
They
but
know
they
now,
didn't when they
but
when they pre-ordered it.
But some of them
2
are
years
faking.
ago.
Some of them are faking that.
What?
That
Oh,
they,
that I don't
they're putting the
know.
stickers on to protect it, but they don't actually feel that way.
Ew.
I know. It's even
Okay,
worse.
well, that's a different problem altogether.
Here's 2 things I hold true. Don't destroy other people's property,
That's true.
regardless of what the logo is. I don't care who it is. And
Don't have your dog shit on my lawn either.
I can't stand what Elon Musk is doing.
Yes.
But I'm not going to go scratch up somebody's car as a
No,
result.
because it wasn't his.
It doesn't matter anyway, even if it was his. Even if it was his.
I don't know.
Well, he could afford it. But even if
isn't
it
even
was
about
his,
that.
I'm not going to do it. It's just not in me to do that.
Yeah.
All right. And I don't think other people should do that either. Respect each other's property. That's one truth that I hold. Here's the other truth. He's a complete pud and a wiener, and we should say as much
Yes.
dark shit we feel like saying about Elon Musk anytime we feel like saying it
Because we can.
because we can.
I can't see the chat room anymore. You got the picture in front of me.
Oh,
for
I'm
me.
so sorry. I do this to Carter all the time. She hates it. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Scott really hates him, Sean.
I can't stand him. He's a boil on the ass of humanity right now. He didn't need to be. Could have been one of the great names of all time. May still think he is, but nope. Not with that kind of shit. Look at this right here. This is from an anonymous person who's listening right now. He says, essential tremors suck, but your mom could use it as an excuse to slap John. You think of that?
I'm going to go where my hand went.
I'm not sure what essential tremors, meaning, is that a term? Essential tremors. Maybe he means essentially tremors suck. But it's written essential tremors.
That may be
suck.
what they're called. I don't know.
They should make a sequel to the Tremors film. Call it Essential Tremors. Bring back Kevin Bacon. Let's get the sandworms going. Anyway, thanks for that. No name. They did not leave a name. Kim, speaking of other calls, would you like to hear this one from Dave?
Let's do it.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Scott. My name's Dave. I was listening to the latest SKIM, and you were saying how the dog is getting you going at a pretty fast rate, and you wanted to save your knees. You're pretty safe. Running does not kill your knees. What kills your knees is tripping, basically running poorly, but just simply running it's great for the knees. It keeps your knees strong. So go out there and walk the puppy.
Okay.
All right. I want to know how you're running wrong.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. What is wrong running?
And I think it's more about your gait, how you're running, if you're running correctly. Because there are ways I can totally see where if you have, your knees are bowed in or whatever and you're running, you're going to totally trash your knees. But if you're running correctly.
Like your basketball ruined your mom's knees, right? That's different impact type.
I don't know if that's what it was. But back in college.
But why do I?
So
you always hear about basketball and soccer players who played in high school and
think
college.
About how when you pivot on your knees in basketball and soccer, when you are turning or you're, the way you move can be really hard on them.
That might be.
And that's not walking, running.
No.
That's not straightforward anything with your knees.
No, that's a good point. So, I feel
like watching soccer players, I'm like, oh, that looks like it hurts so bad.
Well, Taylor's husband, Dylan, our son-in-law Dylan, has had multiple knee surgeries and played a ton of soccer growing up.
Yeah, and that's why.
And they attribute it to that. So I wonder if he was soccering wrong, though.
It isn't about soccering wrong. You're soccering correctly. That's when you're doing that stuff correctly, it's not good for your knees.
Sorry, Europe. We mean footballing.
Sorry.
That's what we mean. Footballing, not soccer. They don't like it when they call it. We call it soccer. And we have our own football. Because we're America. Here's one from Mike P. You know him as Mike Pacholik. He decided to send us a quick little message.
Woohoo!
Nice to hear from Mike. Here you go.
Hello, Scott and Kim. This is Mike Pacholik. I just wanted to call and leave you a basic message. Oh, geez. What's up with my voice? Okay. Just wanted to say hi. I know you guys want a little voicemail with this new system. And just wanted to say really enjoy the show. It's like sitting on the porch with you guys, just finding out about your lives. Looking forward to seeing you guys in Vegas. And I wanted to make sure that Kim had enough cookies for Scott's mom, at least for a couple weeks.
Oh,
all right.
Goodness.
I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.
You're
Bye.
So nice.
Did he send cookies?
I don't know. They're probably
Something's on their way. Mike's one of the nicest
I do have
guys.
a package to pick up.
He is like the patron saint of Frog Pants. He'll hear of a need. It'll be like
no matter what it is,
whatever
and
it
who
is,
needs
suddenly
it,
out of nowhere, Mike's there.
He's just there. That's so awesome. He's so great.
Nicest guy in the world.
I love that he mentioned porch, sitting on the porch with us. So we call it porching it. Hey, you want to go porch it for a little while?
Yeah.
And we sit out there in the summer and make lemonades or popsicles or whatever.
It's
just
a very
have our coffee out there.
Southern tradition.
It's a very Southern tradition, and I love that we have a porch to do it.
Yeah. I like our porch.
Yeah.
Very happy with our porch. It used to be dirt and a tree. Or no, that's the patio. What am I thinking of? The patio used to be dirt and a tree. The porch was always a porch.
Yeah. We put in a patio quite a few years ago.
Yeah. How long is it? 2016, I think.
Was it really?
2015,
So
2016?
wow. 2016,
because when we got Rainer, I used to still sit in the hammock on that tree.
Oh, right.
And that was the first year we had her. And I think the following year, Kim got all stoked about a patio. And I wasn't sure how to feel. Because I was like, really? Are we going to beep, beep? And man,
it has been
awesome.
So awesome.
It's huge and perfectly made. The way the guy made it. Wait, is it that guy with this, all the trebles and stuff? Is it that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we won't talk about that. He did a great job on our porch. Our porch. He did a good porch job. All right? He gives good porch. That sounds bad.
Wow.
What else?
Someone
That's
just
it for the
said
calls.
Daisy, sour cream in a squeeze pouch, yay or nay? I would say yay.
What the hell's that? Daisy what?
It's sour cream
Okay.
in a pouch.
Okay.
Kind of like a tube.
Like you
Yeah, you'd squeeze it out of there. Someone just asked
to
me
what
that.
end?
It's just easier to use.
Like to put on your baked potato or something?
Well, like if you're on your baked potato, just make a little line. You could put it on your hot dog that way too if you needed it.
Could you decorate it like a cake?
You could.
What are those called? Frosting bags?
Yeah.
That's the name?
No.
It's not just old frosting bags?
I mean, you can call it that if you want.
That'll be my nickname when I'm in hospice care. Old frosting bags up there.
We'll call them old sour cream bag.
All right.
Squeeze pouch.
Squeeze pouch. I never knew if those had a
I'm
name,
okay
though.
with
The
them.
people that write, like, Happy Birthday, Larry, I didn't know who did that or what those are called. They have a name, I'm sure.
They do. I'm trying to think of what they
Cake squirter. Anyone know? What are the cake
So it's a frosting bag?
frosting
or, what's
bag
it
called?
I have them upstairs in the kitchen.
Pastry bag.
Pastry bag, thank you.
And piping bag.
Oh, piping bag.
Both of them will work. So
Yes.
Cake frosting
Well,
bags are commonly
pastries,
referred
if
to
you're
as piping
making-
bags or pastry bags.
If you're making pastry bags, I mean, if you're using it as a pastry bag, you're going to cut a really big hole and make it through pastry like a eclair or a
Oh, right.
things like that.
Right.
And then piping bag is piping and frosting.
It says they're also used to pipe frosting and other semi-solid foods for decoration of cakes and pastries.
Mm-hmm. And it can be used to put the jelly in the donut.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I always wondered about this.
Yes.
How do you get a hole? How do you get
So
it?
if you look at your donut, it's got a tiny hole where they put the jelly in or the custard or whatever it
It's
is.
like
you like.
people.
Yeah.
You got a little hole there. So wait a minute, though.
Don't
you
do that to
squeeze it in
people.
after you make them or before you
Yeah,
bake
after.
them? Or fry
After.
or whatever. Really? Why did I think they were part of the process of rolling them up and putting them in the oven?
That's
there?
cinnamon roll. That does have all the goo in the middle.
I shouldn't be allowed near the kitchen. I don't know how things work at all in there, for real. Here's another one. Hey, Skim Show. This is a written one. By the way,
Okay.
these are all coming to us at voicecast.app/skim. You can also use our email address, skimshow@gmail.com. It says, I wrote you some time ago asking for advice with my fake daughter, quote unquote, or chosen daughter, and you guys had some excellent advice. Well, today I am one of 31 days out from the birth of my first child, and it's getting into freak mode out here. So I'm not entirely sure what he means by the fake daughter thing. I don't remember what that was.
Is it a stepdaughter?
I don't know, but there's a
Or
baby
maybe
coming.
you're a godparent?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Chosen daughter. I don't remember the show, what we talked about.
Okay.
But 31 days out for the birth of his first child. I understand that. And
Is this
he's
before the birth?
No, yeah. Right now, he
after?
is 31 days from the birth
From
of
the
the
birth,
kid.
he's freaking out.
And he's freaking out. He's excited. So maybe before it was like the
Freaking
idea
out
of
or excited. That could be two different things.
turn it into excitement.
Because it's super fun.
I think what he's saying is maybe that conversation before was about the idea of having a kid.
Yeah,
And
probably.
this is the real thing coming down the pipe,
Well, I will say this.
literally out
And
the
I've
pipe.
had to tell a few people this. They're freaking out because there's so many things involved with a baby.
Yeah.
Diapers and bottles and all the things that come along with that.
Oh my.
But if you realize the day one, they don't need anything but for you to hold them. That's it. And
That's true.
And all of it grows a little more and you get used to it as you go. But the day one is the easiest one. You
Yeah.
look at that baby, you fall in love with that baby, and you absolutely nothing but love for that baby.
Yeah.
And they don't need anything from you yet. They'll cry. You hold them,
No,
bounce them a little.
they'll stop
they're fine.
crying.
Yes.
Yeah. Feed him.
It seems overwhelming when you look at, for instance, someone's baby registry and you're like, oh my gosh, there are so many things on here that I've never even seen before, much less needed or used
Yeah.
when my kids were little. And a lot of people will say that. But you take it one day at a time and it is not as overwhelming.
Is it weird that when our kids were born, I would lactate when they cried? Is that weird?
You're full of shit.
Okay.
Anyway,
I didn't really
you're full
do
of
that.
something.
I'm full of that. Not full of colostrum or whatever the hell it's called. What do they call that? Some lady juice.
Yeah.
Is it colostrum?
In the beginning, yes.
Okay. What does that mean?
Before it's milk.
What is it? Ew. Was it like cheese? I don't want to know, do
Okay,
I?
everyone can do their own research on this.
Okay, go look up colostrum
No, you don't need to.
and lactation, and you'll be all good. Well, anyway, that's great.
Oh,
I'm
my
excited.
goodness.
I'm excited for this person.
Yes,
I think
it's
that's
so fun.
Awesome. Yeah.
And don't be overwhelmed by all the things that you need to worry about later. and take them one day at a time. That's
Well,
all I can say.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
All right. We also got a call right in the middle of the show. I cannot speak for the volume on this, so hopefully it's good because I usually go through and check these. But I'm going to go ahead and play it. And this is somebody named Fazli, I think. Anyway, let's just see what he has to say. Maybe.
Hi at Actual Scott and Actual Kim. I don't know your handle, so I made it up. This is Fasley, just in case you'd want to know how to pronounce it. Just wanted to call back to the SKIM 152 tax this. Just a gentle reminder that Actual Scott's hairdo is great, and he pulls it off great since he's a handsome feller. So he doesn't need to dye their hair for Vegas. Nope, that's me. Bye-bye. Okay, how do you stop this?
Oh, I love it.
That's an awesome call.
I agree with you,
I
Fasley.
don't. I think he's wrong.
You look fine. You look great.
Fine's a real nice thing to be told you look.
You look just fine.
Fine. Passable.
Stop it.
I
I cut your hair. I know what it looks
All
like.
right.
I think it looks good.
Let me just say this. I feel like I've gotten pinker as I've gotten older. Don't like that. Like the overall vibe is pink. I think I understand now why, if racism exists, I think the core of it might be that we're never going to have as cool a skin as somebody of color, and we're all jealous. And some people turn that into rage and hate and violence. In my case, I'm just a little sad that I'm such a pink little donut.
You're just jealous.
I am jealous. I wish I had that kind of skin. Secondly, though, hi, Carter.
Oh, hi.
Hi, what are you doing?
Just going to sneak in here.
You can just sneak right over there. I have my entire life I've had some form of body dysmorphia before that was even a term. And I would look in the mirror as a skinny kid and go, oh my gosh, this noodle looking kid, never going to be cute. No girl's going to like him. The truth is I go back and look at pictures. I'm like, look at that cute kid.
Yeah.
What was
true.
wrong with me?
It's true.
But then I still, as an adult, can't figure it out. I don't sit and wallow in it, but I never look in the mirror and go, yeah, ever. I look in the mirror and go, and then go do something else, It's just one of those things.
Wild Carter sighting.
Yeah, Carter passed by in the night there.
I like the way you look. That should matter most.
It does matter. Or else why would you, you'd hang, I don't know what you'd hang around for. My good looks, my quality, the size of my Steam library.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, bigger's better over there. And, my genetic material
There you go.
for the children.
There.
Did you hear that, Carter?
Oh, my goodness.
We're talking about making babies. Mom borrowed your headset. Both your ear things are falling off. But all right, we'll deal with it later. Anyway, thanks for the call. And I think that's going to do it for today's show. Oh, I want to talk about your freeze drying tofu.
Okay.
To what end are we doing that? Do you reconstitute it later?
Yes.
Or you don't just
can.
eat it raw or dry or whatever?
You can, but we're freeze drying a few things. So I borrowed a freeze dryer, and I'm freeze drying a few things that will be really good in our 72-hour, just like our bug out bags.
Oh, right. The people that lent us that,
Yes.
they seem in no hurry to get it back.
Correct.
So we'll just use it until they want it. Okay. It's fine with me.
Absolutely.
We need to try.
When they ask for it back, we'll give it back. But
we do beef. I want to do some beef.
We've done some beef. We've done steak.
We did?
Straight up steak.
Why do I not remember that?
I don't know.
Did you just reconstitute it and we didn't do it like...
No, it's still in a Ziploc bag. It's raw. You don't want to do that.
Oh, well, that's
for
why.
like beef stew and things.
Oh.
So we've done beef, chicken, onions,
I like the chicken.
lemons, bell peppers.
They're not all for the dogs.
We are making packets for the dogs to go in our bug out bags that if we needed them, they would have food that wasn't dried food, because if you leave it in there more than, we go through it probably once a year and make sure everything's still good to date.
Yeah.
Up to date.
Yeah. You mean our food storage?
No, I'm talking about the bug out bags.
Oh, you mean the bug out bags?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're
So
not
I'm trying to-
We're not
No,
preppers. We're
we
just like prepared. That's it.
If for some reason after 2020 you always questioned it, you didn't question having them anymor. But
No,
if you had
do
to
you know-
leave
do you-
for whatever reason, well, let's say there's a house fire, let's say there's another pandemic, let's say there's poisonous gas in Daybreak. I don't know.
If you
And you had to leave, you'd have food for a couple of days, a change of clothes.
yeah.
So I've got first aid kits, light flashlights, water bottles, and a little bit of cash in there. Just a little bit, just if you needed it.
And a 357 Magnum full of ammo.
We don't have any guns.
No, we don't. We're not gun people.
No, that's all right.
Or do we?
They're maybe.
Or do we? If you're listening to this thinking, oh, they don't, do they? Maybe we do.
Yeah,
don't
maybe.
try anything.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
we do have a steel baseball bat under a
It's
bed.
not really good at range, but yeah.
No.
I will say this though, the food storage, I'd always just appreciated that this is smart. Just a good idea to have some food storage.
Yeah,
We rotate
it's
it
not
out,
crazy.
rotate it in.
It's nice to say 1 week we don't have to go to the grocery store this
Right.
week.
But the
except for
point is, when
fresh
the
items.
pandemic hit, I was like, oh.
This is what it's for.
Right. And we're prepared.
Yeah.
We have soups and stuff and things and enough Pringles to feed a nation. If you guys are looking for uniform chip stacks, we got you covered over here.
We have a lot of dried things that last a very long time, like wheat and flour and
Cheetos. They're going to outlast
beans.
humanity. And beans.
Beans.
Beans are good.
Yeah.
Beans
Toothpaste.
are great. Beans look great on your plate. What'd you say? What was the last one?
Beans.
Oh,
We have a lot of dried beans,
Dried
which are
beans.
nice because we cook with them all the time anyway.
those the pinto ones?
Well,
Or
we
not
have
pinto.
we have pinto, red, white.
The white beans. are my
Black-eyed peas.
favorite. Black-eyed peas. Oh,
We love the black-eyed peas here. The bean.
not the band, just the bean. The band's fine.
It's fine.
Remember when Nick was really into him? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I got a feeling.
Yeah.
And he'd be dancing around, and it was cute. I don't
Yep.
think they're a great band, but I think they're there. They were there when we needed them.
That one says a freezer that can fit 5 bodies. Well, if you need it, we do have those too.
We have 2 freezers that, if you emptied them, you could put bodies in there.
If you needed to, they're kind of smaller ones. They'd have to fold them in half.
A couple of Zoe brings bacons fit in there. My Korean brother would fit in one, and he'd be good meat.
That's a lot of. We do have a lot of meat.
If we had to
chicken and
cannibalize
sausage.
anybody, I'd go for my brother because he'd be spiced up for all the Korean food
You're
he eats.
so weird.
And he's got muscle. He's got good muscle tissue. Some nice dark meat.
Oh my gosh.
Gross.
Yes,
Well,
it did go darker than he intended.
that is. That's going to do it for us. Again, if you want to send in messages, please use the new line to do that with. That's voicecast.app/skim. You can go to our website, find that and everything else you're looking for at frogpants.com/skim. And one of the ways that we support this show is the kind of overall catch-all Patreon that is Frog Pants. Patreon.com/frogpants. Use it at your whim.
I do want to say one last thing about beans in our food storage. I have ground them up into a flour and made brownies out of them before.
Really?
Yeah, you can do that.
Well,
Just saying, that's weird, but
That
it's
it's
cool.
weird but cool. Yeah, I like that. Did you know that? Here, let me hammer that home. There you go.
Nice.
All right, everybody. That's gonna do it. I think. Is there any? You don't have anything else? That's all you got. We're good.
Claire says Discord said you went live 5 minutes ago.
Oh, well,
WTF, Claire.
Discord's not
Just
always the most accurate method of getting
Sorry,
this
Claire.
information.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube notifications. They'll tell you right away. I think. I don't know. All right.
I think.
That'll do it for us. Thanks everybody for being here. We'll
See
see you
you
next
guys.
week for another scam. Bye now.
Ready for breakfast, here's the table. Father, Mother, Bill, and Mabel.
Once upon a time, there was a hero named you. Find the next step of your quest at frogpants.com.